Hi, hello friends. Welcome to Indian Tech Guru for you. So let us discuss about the elementary statistics, different types of methods that are asked in the RRB, Group D, as well as NTPC. So let us discuss about the first type, type 1 questions. So type 1 questions will be asked to find the mean, of the given values. So to calculate mean, it is very easy. So how to calculate mean? Sum of elements divided by number of elements. Mean is nothing but the average of the elements. Okay. So just calculate the sum of the elements divided by number of the elements. How many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is equal 10 elements are there. And what is the sum of these elements? 1 plus 9, 10, 17, 20, 25, 30, 36, 40, 42 and 50. So 50 by 10, 10 ones, 10 fives. So the answer is 5, very simple. Okay. So if at all in your examination mean is given, it is very simple. Just find out sum of elements divided by number of elements, we will get answer. So this is the type 1 questions that are asked in the NTPC Group D as well as Group D exams of RRB. Now let us discuss about the type 2 questions. So type 2 questions are related to finding out the median of the given values, median. So how to find the median of the given elements is very simple. So first of all, arrange the elements in ascending order. So these are the given elements: 1.9, 8.4, 3.6, 5.8. So if we arrange these elements in ascending order, so 1.9 will come first, and then 3.6, and then 5.8, and then 8.4. After arranging the elements in ascending order, if the number of elements is odd, then the middle element will be the median. Whatever the middle element, it will be median. Okay, very simple if the number of elements are odd. However, here the number of elements are 4. 4 is not odd. If the number of elements is even, then what we need to do is, we need to consider the middle two elements. Here what are the middle two elements? 3.6 and 5.8. And find out the average. So 3.6 plus 5.8 by 2, that is equal to 9.4 by 2. 9.4 by 2 means 2 4s 8, 2 7s 4.7. Okay. So whenever the number of elements is even, then we have to find the average of the middle two elements. Okay, that you need to remember. If it is the number of elements is odd, very simple, whatever the middle element, then it will be the median of the given data. So what is the value here? 4.7. Answer is 4.7. Next comes the third type of questions asked, type 3. Type 3 questions are to find the mode of the given data. How to find the mode of the given data? Okay, so it is also very simple. So just arrange the given data in ascending order as usual. Arrange the given data in ascending order. So if you arrange like that, first 1, there are 1 as well as 1. 2 ones are there, 1, 1, and then 3 is there, 3, and then 4, then comes 7, then comes 3 9s are there, 1, 2, 3, 9, 9, 9, and then comes 10, and finally 12. So this is the ascending order. So if you consider here, how many ones are there? Total number of ones, 2 ones are there. How many 9s are there? 3 9s are there. 3 9s are there. So whatever the number that is repeated more number of times is nothing but the mode of the given data. Okay. So whatever the number that is repeated more number of times. Here 9 is repeated more number of times. So that is why 9 is the mode of the given data. Okay. Now you will have one doubt. You will have one doubt. For example, assume that this 9 is not there. This 9 is not there. So then how many 9s will come? Only 2 9s will come. Then what will be the mode? Whether 1 is mode or 9 is mode. Then we call it as dual mode. Dual mode. Dual mode means both 1 as well as 9 will become mode. Both 1 as well as 9 will become mode. Okay. So assume another scenario. Assume that instead of 9, here there is 3. There is 3. Then how many 1s will be there? 2 1s will be there. How many 3s will be there? 2 3s will be there. And 2 9s will be there. Okay. 2 1s, 2 3s, 2 9s. So then we say that there is no mode. There is no mode to the given data. Okay. We cannot say that 1, 3 as well as 9 will be mode. So that is not there. Okay. Only up to dual mode is there. After that, we should say that there is no mode for the given data. These are the 3 different variations in finding out the mode. Now let us go for type 4 type of questions. Next, type 4 questions. Type 4 questions asked are like this. If the standard deviation of a population is 3, what would be the population variance? What would be the variance? So this type of questions will be asked. So standard deviation is represented by sigma. It is given as 3. So if standard deviation is given, then we can easily find out the variance. Very simple. Variance will become sigma square. Variance is sigma square. So the given value is 3. So we need to find out the variance sigma square, that is 3 square. 3 square is nothing but 9. So answer will be 9. So such a simple question. However, if you don't know what is standard deviation, what is variance, then you could not be able to answer this question. Okay. Always variance will be sigma square if standard deviation is sigma. Next, let us go for type 5. Type 5 is whenever they're asked to find out the standard deviation of the given data. Okay. So for that purpose, we need to know the formula for the standard deviation. Okay. Standard deviation. Sigma is equal to square root of capital sigma of x minus m divided by n. This is the formula for finding out the standard deviation. So for this, here m represents the mean. We know how to find the mean. Already we discussed mean. M is equal to sum of the given values by number of values. Okay, 11 plus 7 plus 10 plus 13 plus 9 by 5. So that is equal to 11, 7, 18, 28, 38, 41, 9, 50. 50 by 5, that is equal to 10. We found the mean as 10. So what about the x? X is the value. X is the value of a particular element. Generally, we might say xi also because it represents the element values. Okay. So now to find the standard deviation, let us make a table xi, and then we need to find out xi minus m. Sorry, here square is there. Sigma of xi minus m whole square we need to find. So we need to find xi minus m whole square, and then we are going to sum whatever the values we got. So for now, let us make this particular table and take the values. So what are the values of xi? 11, 7, 10, 13 and 9. So xi minus m, what is the m value we found? 10. So 11 minus 10, 1, 7 minus 10, minus 3, 10 minus 10, 0, 13 minus 10, 3, 9 minus 10, minus 1. Now find out xi minus m whole square. So 1 square is 1, minus 3 whole square, 9, 0 square, 0, 3 square, 9, minus 1 whole square, 1. So find out the sum. Sigma means sum. So 9, 1, 10, 9, 1, 10, 20. So the sigma of x minus m whole square is 20. Square root of 20 by total number of elements 5. That is equal to square root of 5 ones, 5 fours, root 4. Root 4 is equal to 2. So what is the standard deviation of the given data? The standard deviation of the given data is 2. So for this purpose, you need to remember this formula. What is the formula? Square root of capital sigma of xi minus m whole square divided by n. This formula is very, very important to find the standard deviation. Several questions have been given previously in NTPC as well as Group D like this. So you need to remember this formula for finding out the standard deviation, as well as you need to know how to calculate the mean, how to make the table, and then how to substitute in the formula. Then only you will get the correct answer. Okay. Hope you understand this concept. Let us go for type 6. Next, let us see the type 6 questions. Type 6. So here the mean of distribution is 11. So they have given the mean m is given, and the standard deviation is 5. They have given the standard deviation sigma as 5. Then what we need to find? What is the value of the coefficient variation? We need to find the coefficient variation. Okay. So coefficient variation. It is called as CV. Coefficient variation is called as CV. Okay. We need to find the CV value. So for this purpose, we need to know the formula for finding out the CV value, coefficient variation, whenever mean m as well as standard deviation sigma are given. So very simple formula, CV is equal to sigma by m into 100%. This is the formula, sigma by m into 100%. Very simple formula. So what is the value of sigma? 5. What is the value of mean? Mean is given as mean of the distribution 11 into 100%. So 11 ones are 0.11 fours 44, 6 60, 11 fives 55, 5 50 50. So 11 fours 44, 6 60, 11 fives 55, 5 50. Again 11 fours 44, 6 60, 11 fives. So like this it will continue. So into 100 means 45.45%. So this is the coefficient variation value. Correct answer 45.45% is the correct answer. What is the formula? Coefficient variance, coefficient of variation is CV is equal to sigma by m into 100%. So let us go for type 7. Now let us see type 7 type of questions asked. So the mean of 14 observations is 11. One more observation is included, and the new mean becomes 12. The 15th observation is, so how many observations are there initially? 14 observations are there. Okay. So 14 observations mean is 11. What does it mean? Sum by what are the number of observations? 14. Sum by 14 is equal to 11. Okay. So we don't know what is sum. Now this implies that sum is equal to 11 into 14. Okay. So that is equal to 11 fours 44, 11 ones are 11, 154. Okay. So sum of these values is 154, that we know. One more observation is included. So one more observation is included, that is sum plus one more observation. Let us assume that as x, sum plus x by, now how many elements? Initially 14 elements. Now one more means total 15 elements. Sum plus x by 15 is equal to, so now what is the mean will become? It will become 12. So hence sum plus x is equal to 12 into 15. What is sum? 154. 154 plus x is equal to 15 2 is 30, 15 1 is 15, 180. X is equal to 180 minus 154. That is equal to 6, 7 minus 5, 2, 26. So 26 should be the answer. Like this we can find these type of questions. So these are the different varieties of questions that are asked in elementary statistics. Hope you understand the concept, and our channel is providing online exams for RRB NTPC as well as Group D, which are according to the syllabus. So just you need to pay only 500 rupees using Google Pay or Phone Pay to 9700088038. So after registration, just send the Gmail ID to the same number to get the access. So already the schedule has been given and the exams are going on. So they have started from 24th September onwards. So yesterday this elementary statistics exam is completed. Even though it is completed, you can attempt this exam any number of times. There is no restriction. All the exams you can attempt any number of times. So today the exam is on fractions. Okay. So if you write all these exams, then definitely your score will be enhanced, as well as we are providing online lectures also on these topics. So as and when required. And we are happy to inform you that a new website has been launched, indianguru.net.in, indianguru.net.in, in which you will contain links for all of the different competitive examinations as well as the government examinations. Here you can find RRB NTPC Group D. So if you click on RRB NTPC Group D, for online classes there is a link. If you click on that particular link, then all these online classes link will be opened. So the videos are being uploaded for different concepts, and as and when the students ask doubts in a particular concept, the videos will be uploaded. Already videos have been uploaded for simple and compound interest, LCM and HCF, elementary statistics, elementary algebra, as well as averages, and for the remaining topics also the videos are being uploaded very soon. Okay. So similarly, you will find videos for AP, TS, TET, TRT, DSC also, as well as UGC NET, GATE, as well as Grammar Sachivalayam. So like this, we are going to provide all the different websites in a single portal known as indianguru.net.in, indianguru.net.in. So a one-stop web portal for all of your competitive examinations as well as the government examinations. So utilize this opportunity and get success in your upcoming examinations. That's all for now.